Why can't we be friends? 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 Yeah. This topic is difficult. It's so hard to begin this one. I'm actually kind of shaking because this is one that I'm not only talking about, but I'm living, right? I'm living this question. Why can't I be friends with my clients? Now, I'm going to be speaking for me. Some things pertain with the organization, and I'll try to piece that out real quickly. But the rest of what I'm going to say is my story and how I manage my work and why I cannot be friends with my clients. So, first of all, this is about professionalism. This is an important job. I love my work. And so, in being that I'm trying to be a professional and to have boundaries and everything really clear, it needs to be in that container. And within the organization, there's talks on the higher level people talking about, well, okay, what if, let's say, this is an example that doesn't really relate to me, but let's say if I meet someone and I'm single, or meet someone, I really like them and like to pursue something more like romantic or sexual. Now, with the organization, they are moving that so that it's possible. It just looks like sometimes massage therapists or other professionals have, where they take a break, right? And so there's like a break thing. And then later on, if the client / person of interest is interested, they would come back to the professional and that would continue. Now, that is not the situation I'm talking about here. But there is some working on that. Now, if you're a therapist, like for example, my therapist, I cannot have a unprofessional relationship with my therapist, which means I can't see my therapist, like just hang out and have a beer. I can't just like call and just chit chat. Like, it's a professional therapy role, and I honor and respect that. So that aside, right, moving that, like that's them. Now let's talk about me. So cuddling, professional cuddling. I love this. I call it work, but it's really not work. It is a part of my life. It is a huge segment of what I do and how I move in the world. It's not just something I just start, 9 to 5 kind of thing. It's part of my existence and part of who I am. And so I really act differently with my clients. When someone comes and sees me, they see a part of my best part of who I am. They see all of my tension, they see all of my love, my compassion. They get to see the best of who I am. It's all about them. I make my sessions completely about my clients. It's client-led. I look for ways in which I can best support them where they're at. And it's confidential. So anything and everything that's shared in a session stays there, well, their person is confidential. So I might share with someone in Cuddlist and maybe another colleague, like I'm having this situation, but their name is never shared, and never say any details that would identify them. So, and it's one-on-one. So in a Cuddlist session, these are all very obvious things I realize. So hold on, this is why what I'm about to say, it's going to be really different when I think of friendship. So you have all these great things in a one-on-one Cuddlist session that you would not get in a friendship with me. In my personal life, I do have a partner. I have 4 children. I have a lot of things happening. I have some very close girlfriends that I've had for 5 and 10 and 21 for 20 years. These are people that have been in my life. These are the people that I go to. These are my closest friends. And I have, again, a limited amount of time that I have actually to spend with them. Sometimes I'll tell my clients that even my closest girlfriends, I might only see them maybe once a month, maybe. But sometimes it's like once every 2 months. And so they understand, and we all work with that. Sometimes I call them maybe once a month. I mean, it's very minimal. And I don't have guy friends, like guy friends that I see on a regular basis. Every once in a while, I'll have a friend that will reach out, hey, how are you? I've reached out to guy friends in moments of like crisis where I'm like dealing with like guy stuff, but for the most part, I don't have any guy friends that are consistent in my life. And this is where now both of these worlds come together. In real life, what I provide for my clients, my friends would never get. Can I say that? Yeah, they wouldn't. Let me tell you what you would get. If you're a friend of mine, if you're a guy friend, let's say there's like a legitimate guy out there who's like, you're really cool, I want to hang out with you. I've had a few people that have approached me. This is what it looks like. you hang out with my partner and me, right? We do group stuff. Sometimes we'll have more than just the three of us. It'll be like 4 and 5 and 6. So like it's very social, and I would expect, you know, that person just kind of jump along with what we're doing. And you would look at also thinking about my clients who are so used to touch. For like hours of cuddling, there would be no touch in a friendship. It'd be very minimal, if anything. There was a time one of my clients came to my meetup, and there was an open seat next to me, and I said, hey, why don't you come sit over here next to me? And my partner was on the other side of me, and there were moments when I just had this instinct of like, ooh, let me just touch my client. And I recognize that's first of all, it's totally inappropriate. It's not professional. We are not in a Cuddlist session, and I didn't. And so I just touched my partner. I mean, that's the person I touch. It would have been very confusing if I did that in a group setting. So I didn't touch my client, and even though I felt this instinct because I've spent hours with them, it's not the container for that. And that boundary was there. And also, if that client of mine did not want to be outed as being one of my clients, like touching them and being like that would be also unconsensual, non-consensual, and could out them if they don't want to be known for being a client. And so like even that, like I think there would be very little touch. And the thing about being a client of mine is that you get this privacy, you get this confidentiality. If you're one of my friends, not really. So I tell my partner most things that conversations with, especially guy friends, but I mean, some of my girlfriends, I would tell my partner, hey, this is what's happening, and I would include my partner in a lot of different things. So there is no confidentiality in my friendships, especially if I deal with men. Now, my girlfriends tell me their secrets, that's different. Again, it's my girlfriends, but with a guy, that's not how I roll. Whew. And then I think about my friendships, right? The ones I have, exchange. There is an exchange. What I love about Cuddlist is that it's monetary, so I do get paid for my time and for giving all my love and compassion and attention. But in a friendship, it is different. There is an exchange. I could say with all my girlfriends, I just see that Gabby is on, and I can definitely attest to this with her. We give each other. It's back and forth. And, you know, she doesn't need to pay me, I don't need to pay her for when we talk to each other. But there is this constant back and forth that we experience. And I think that's super important that in all relationships we acknowledge that there is this exchange. And that container, that exchange that happens, either in the Cuddlist experience, the container is important because the rules are clear. For me in friendships, the rules are clear. I don't have any close friends that I'm always giving to them and they never give me back. I can't think of one. Nope. All the girlfriends, at least in my life, that are in my life, I hopefully give to them and they give back to me. And if you want, again, so let's go back to the main idea. So I have clients, Cuddlist clients, who can no longer see me as a client. Now, these reasons are usually not something that they could control. Something has happened in their life where maybe their partner has decided that they're no longer comfortable that they see me, and that they would like, and then with one situation, the partner said that they could see me as a friend, but not see me as a client. And so this question came up, well, can we just hang out? And that's why I'm kind of addressing this here, that it's different. I think about my clients as well, who that hour, 2 hours, however long that session is, it's about them, and they don't really get a chance to get to know me fully. My personal interests, I don't make it about me. I don't talk about the things that are interesting to me. With some people, they'll ask me, so tell me about you. And I'll share a few things, but it's different. It feels different. I'm not gonna always go to my client, and I don't go to my clients and dump all my stuff that my therapist talks to me about. That's countertransference, and it's not cool to go to your clients and basically use them as your therapy. So I do as much as I can avoid doing that. But with my girlfriends, I might be like, help me, please. I'm having a situation. And so I go to my girlfriends for that. And I think about also with some friends that if I'd go to a group event and I don't feel responsible to be taking care of my friends when I go to group events. I do my best to to allow my friends to be where they're at, and I give them space. And so I think for me it's really confusing if I see a client in a public setting. It does make it a little tricky for me to be like, no, do I, where are my places, my obligations? So anyway, that's also another extra part that's really tricky for me. And you might be thinking, well, of course you'd rather have clients than friends. Them be clients, not friends, because of the money, right? You make money, and that seems like a better deal. But again, what I love about my clients, and that goes back to also something I said in the beginning, this is my life. And with my clients, I can truly, truly be me, in giving my love and my compassion and everything. And it's private. I don't need to tell anyone what happens in a session. I don't need to say anything. It is our exclusive time to be with each other. It is, in a client session, it's just us, one-on-one. Nobody else is involved. And that's fantastic. I really love that. And I actually kind of need some of that in my life. I need it. I love it. I love to be in a space where it's just the two of us. I'm focused completely on them. But in real life, that's not how it is. In real life, it looks more complicated. It doesn't look like one-on-one. It looks like group. It looks like losing privacy. Yeah. So I think I've said everything. Can't think of anything else that could be helpful here. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling a lot because, I have a big client who would love to be my friend, and I can't. So thank you so much for everyone listening, and hope you all understood. Take care. Bye.